We kind of have an idea on when Coby White should return for the Chicago Bulls. Got a couple updates in that regard. And then when Coby White was asked how he believed he will fit with this surging Chicago Bulls team, he said he'll fit perfectly. Let's talk about it. And then the Chicago Bulls, they call up Noa Essengue, and he will travel with the team on this upcoming road trip. Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it all down, have a little fun, talk a little smack. But you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode. So if you're tuned in, ready to rock, ready to turn up and cheer on some more and talk about the Chicago Bulls, why they doing really, really well, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll keep it real with you. If it does come to a point to where they don't start keeping it real or doing well, y'all know y'all can come here and we gonna talk a little smack about them and hold them accountable, because these guys have showed us that they are a different basketball team from years past. So lock in, hit that like button and subscribe. But let's talk about Coby White. We know the Chicago Bulls right now, crazy work, sit first in the Eastern Conference. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the Chicago Bulls was going to come out and be better. I did not expect this level of betterness that we are getting. Yeah, I know betterness probably a weird way to say it, but that's how we going to say it on today's episode. Appreciate you. Don't judge me. Judge your mama. But hey, there's been some conversations about Coby White, and hey, Trey Jones is fitting perfectly in the starting lineup. When Coby White returns, how is it all going to look? There's been some different discussions about that. And Coby White, he said some things now. He said some things. Coby White is definitely putting it on wax with letting us know how he's necessarily feeling about what it is when he returns. He went on to say this, and if you're watching, it's on your screen. I think the way I play fits perfectly with the way we play. Quick decisions. I'm not a ball stopper. I don't hold the ball. I just play to win. I don't see any problems or anything like that when it comes to me getting back to it. It's just finding a rhythm I haven't played in a long time, being patient with myself. And I can agree with Coby White on this. Now, Coby White last year, my man's Coby White, career high 20 points, definitely had four rebounds, 3 assists. No, divide the other way. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, something along that. Damn near 5-5. We'll just go ahead and chalk it up like that. But what really was excited for Coby White last year was seeing Coby White going out there and pretty much saying, hey, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? After all the obstacles that we talked about with Coby White, definitely some of those things that we mentioned for Coby White, and was like, hey, maybe we should go ahead and trade him. Hey, maybe we should go ahead and put him on the bench. And then it was, hey, maybe he should go be a point guard, and then maybe he needs to be off ball. And it's been a while. Now we get to see Coby White be in this position that makes everything look really, really good and sustainable for him. There are still people that are out there right now like, man, with the way that Josh Giddey's playing, just trade Coby White right now, accumulate some more assets, and let's just see what it is. I push back on those things. And yeah, at least right now, I want to see what Coby White looks like with this Chicago Bulls team, or at least this version of the Chicago Bulls team. The success that the Chicago Bulls had at the back half of last season, Coby White was present. And while he was present, he won Player of the Week and Player of the Month. There's going to be some people's like that. Well, March basketball games don't matter. I don't want to hear none of that. That is not my belief. You can have that belief if you want to. It's just I'm not going to agree with you when you say basketball games don't matter or football games don't matter. I believe all these guys are competitors and they want to put their best foot forward. Yeah, you might have a couple knuckleheads out there, Ben Simmons to name one of them, but that don't necessarily love the game. They just love to check, which is fine. It's a good damn job to have. But then there are some guys that want to say, hey, I want to give my all because fans are coming to see this team and they are the ones that are putting this money on in my pocket. What are you talking about? So we got to keep it real with that. And that's exactly how I feel when it comes to when people saying that games don't necessarily matter. Now, when it comes to Coby White, why wouldn't he fit in with this team? I don't think he's going to be a ball dominant guy. You know what I mean? I don't think that Coby White is going to take away from games to where Josh Giddey just put on a performance versus the 76ers, and Coby White is going to take away from that if Coby White doesn't necessarily have it going on said night. I don't believe Coby White is going to do that. I know that Coby White this offseason came out and said that he wants to shoot 40% from the three, be more efficient. So to me, that's saying that he don't just want to chuck up a bunch of shots. He want to let the offense come to him and be a dependable piece when the team needs him. That's what it says to me. Now, it is one thing to say something, it is another thing to do something, but I truly believe with the way that Coby White's career has gone so far, that Coby White is very, very capable of being that 40% three-point shooter, or that guy to where the Chicago Bulls can depend on to help him overcome some of his shortcomings that we've seen in years past. So I think he fits in perfectly. I can't wait to see it. And then just the idea of having Coby White back and then moving Trey Jones to the bench, that's just strengthens our team, in my personal opinion. You let me know how you feel about that one. But I think that having Coby White just makes the offense that much more dynamic. That is not taking anything away from Trey Jones, because Trey Jones is a really, really good basketball player. And if we keeping it a buck and calling it how we see it, Coby White might not be the defender that Trey Jones is, but Trey Jones is not the scorer, the offensive player that Coby White is. And that does not negate anything that Billy Donovan can do with these lineups. Sometimes you might see Coby White play a couple minutes in the first quarter. Coby White go ahead and take a seat. Trey Jones, we've seen the chemistry you already built with Josh Giddey. Let's run with that. Josh Giddey, go take a seat. Coby White, let's rock. Trey Jones, go take a seat. Ayo Dosunmu, let's rock. Because I think that those guys have built up some type of chemistry as well, meaning Ayo Dosunmu and Coby White. So they could potentially run, some minutes with each other. And I still don't think that Billy Donovan is going to keep Trey Jones and Coby White off the floor at the same time. I think he's going to go with what is working, and he's going to try new things. We know Billy Donovan will try new things that have you scratching your head and be like, hold on, what? We going with Nick Vooch and Jalen Smith right now? Hold on, what? We got Patrick Williams playing center now. So all those things are going to come up. And then when we talk about some of the stats that kind of help further give me belief that Coby White is going to be capable of fitting in perfectly, look at his career. He does not have a high usage rate, even with the expectation of, hey, guys are out the door now. Zach LaVine is out the door now. Hey, it's going to be you and Josh Giddey. His usage rate was still around 23, 24%. And just in comparison to that, some of the guys like Steph Curry, SGA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Donovan Mitchell, so on and so forth, that is on that level to where their teams like literally depend on them for high scoring outputs. Those guys are all in over 30% and above. While Coby White got player of the month doing just about 24% or having 24% of a usage rate. So that is going to be very, very good for him. It's going to be very, very good for us. And Billy Donovan, he got to get some credit, y'all. We got to throw it in there. We criticized the hell out of Billy Donovan his entire tenure here. Oh, he's not that good, some people said. Oh, he's not great. Some people said Billy Donovan and his gum chewing ass. He needs to go, is what a lot of us said. But I think that if we keeping it real and we keeping it a buck, we got to call it how we see it, man. We got to call it how we see it. Billy Donovan has been coaching his tail off. So we got to go ahead and chalk it up to that. And I think Coby White is right. He will fit in perfectly. Now, there was still no timetable for Coby White's return. And we will get to that. But Will Gottlieb, I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. My bad. No, this is not intentional. But he did share a tweet pretty much saying that, hey, no specific target date for Coby White's return yet, but both he and Billy Donovan identified the 3-day period between Pistons on November 13th and Jazz game November 16th when he could rejoin practice. Coby is doing a lot of running 2-on-2, 3-on-3 with some players and player development staff. So I'm all for that. And I think that it's going to be necessary to see that and get Coby White as healthy as possible before he returns to the basketball court. And that's just in another week or two. Hopefully in another week or two, we'll see. Coby White did mention that, hey, he's been running a lot, trying to put, a little bit of stress on that just to kind of build up some resistance and be as healthy as possible. And that's just what I believe he should be doing. Take your time with this. No need to rush back. We got a long season left. We only in November. Got a long time to go before the season concludes, and we'll see what happens with that. Now we move on to Noa Essengue. The Chicago Bulls called up Noa Essengue, and let's just say he will be traveling with the He will be traveling with the Chicago Bulls, and on this little stretch to where they go, and they got a couple games, man. Milwaukee and the Cavs back to back started tonight. And while you're listening, turn on the bell because C-Dub will be live. And if you know C-Dub when he go live to call the games, he be live. That's all I'm going to say. If you're missing out, it's your loss. I'm just letting you know. But will we see Noa Essengue? I'm going to keep it real with you. Most people want the yes or no answer. I necessarily don't know. I don't know. He did go down there, spent a little bit of time with the G League, the Windy City Bulls, and Billy Donovan said that Noa Essengue needed some on-ball reps while he was down there. Now, considering that you have the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, the Cleveland Cavs tomorrow, how will Billy Donovan balance it all out? We're going to have to find out. We shall see, I guess, right? So I think there is a possibility, but I think it also depends on how the game goes. Like if you go in and it's a hard-fought battle between the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, and guys are kind of playing over that 35-minute mark, most of your starters or whatnot, you might see a little bit of Noa Essengue, in the Cavs game, maybe, especially considering how big these two teams that you're going to be facing, how big they are. You might need a extra big body out there to go out there and bang with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, or extra big body versus tonight versus the Milwaukee Bucks, because Giannis could potentially put some guys in foul trouble. And I know we like P. Will. We seen P. Will guard Giannis before, but you still potentially want to see or give yourself an opportunity to give the rookie an opportunity to be an extra body who is tall as hell and lanky. Not necessarily saying I want him to guard Giannis, though, but just to be out there to help, because they do have a guy in Miles Turner who can stretch the floor pretty damn well with his three-point shooting and can go off if you allow him to do so. So we shall see. I don't necessarily know. If you want me to give you a straight answer, I believe it when I see it. But I think that this could be a good opportunity for the young kid to understand, hey, these are some teams that we're going to see often. These are some teams we're going to see often this season and throughout your career as long as you're a Chicago Bull. You're going to have to go out there and get used to it. You ask Bobby, I'm throwing him into the fire. but that is not the plan of Billy Donovan. So we shall see. Let me know how y'all feeling about Noa Essengue. And if you believe, we will see him within the next 2 to 3 games. We shall see. Now, before we get up out here, we got a message from Auntie Goon. My bad, Auntie. Your boy didn't see the message when it first hit the box. And then I looked on there and I said, oh, snap, Auntie Goon chimed in. So we going to let y'all hit a voicemail left in from Auntie Goon. And then we going to be right back on the other side. Here it is.
Yo, Bobby and C Dub, hey. This Bulls team, I don't know, but this message is for Billy Donovan and Billy Donovan only. Hold on, Billy. What you got going on, gang? I love it. Hey, Josh Giddey 30 points. Woosh 25. I can't pick on the rest of the players, but look, the way you been moving, Billy, on my mama, I can't call you Billy Gun to Donovan no more. You Billy coaching your ass off, Donovan. Hey, man. Hey, Billy. Hey, hold on, gang. What you got going on, man? Look, I ain't gonna lie. I love it. I love your coaching. I love how you rotating players. Listen, you read everything New York trying to do today. You read that shit and shut that shit down. This is what I'm talking about, Billy. This is what we've been waiting on for the last couple years. What the fuck you been doing, Billy? This is what I'm talking about, gang. Let's go. Fuck y'all mean. 5-0. All y'all motherfuckers that saying something about Vooch and Josh Giddey, I can't hear y'all. Where you bitches at? Where y'all at? Like Hayes, Bobby, and C-Dub. Look, gang. Hey, man. Hey, you know I gotta come at you, man. You gotta give Vooch his props, man. You gotta give Vooch his props, You say you been waiting on the season shit. Vooch been showing you, He been showing you. On my mama, he been showing you. So guess what? Hey, Bobby. C-Dub, hey, we on that. We 5-0, baby. Let's go. What? Don't worry about who I'm talking to, baby. It's sports. Billy said he got more motherfucking tricks than tricks. No, he got more tricks than treats. Oh, man, Billy just did that, gang. Good win, boys. Let's keep it going. All you motherfuckers say that we can go be what, 0-6? Where y'all at? We 5-0. Where you bitches at? Let's go on 4-0. Let's go, gang, on my mama. We ain't finna play with nobody. Let's go on my mama. Good game, though, Billy. Good coaching. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give you your props. I can't call you Billy Dunn Gun Chewing no more. You Billy coaching your ass off. Done it. Let's get it.
Auntie, you said it perfectly. Now I know you said 5-0 in the clip, but now we 6-1. Should feel pretty damn good, right? Should feel pretty dang gone good. I said when we came out that through this 6-game stretch, the Chicago Bulls, we need to be like 4-2. I ain't gonna hold you. When we was coming into this, we need to be 4-2 through this 6-game stretch. That was the Knicks, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Cavs, and the Spurs. We 2-1 through that so far. So far, so good. With a huge matchup versus the Bucks tonight. And Giannis been dropping 30 piece fried hard with lemon pepper. Get you the extra mild sauce. Get you the extra hot sauce. And then whatever you want to drink. If you want a Pepsi with it, Giannis had it. If you want a cherry Coke, Giannis had it. If you want some lemonade, Giannis had it. He putting on the show. And the Chicago Bulls, they're going to have to play. They're going to have to play, Auntie. And I'm 100% with you. Hey, what they going to say? Nah. Like, look, I don't know what the end of the season will look like for the Chicago Bulls when it all comes to an end. I don't know. But one thing I do know, this young team, they hooping. They hooping. That's all we can ask for. The offense, they getting up and down the court. They sharing the basketball. The defense is looking much better than what we have seen in years past. And to your point, Josh Giddey has been on a tear filling the stat sheet. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Auntie Goon. I know you are better. Is you betting that Josh Giddey get his third triple-double in a row? You betting that tonight? Let me know in the comment box. I might have to throw a little money on that. No, you know what I mean? Might have to see what's to it. But I don't know. That last part, Nikola Vucevic, you right. Me and Unc, we was not for it. We was not for him. But Nikola Vucevic is engaged. Nikola Vucevic is hooping, and he being the player he always been, but much, much better when he's engaged. Gave us the game winner last game too. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And Auntie Goon, you funny, G. You funny. Talking about some. Hold on, baby. The sports. You funny. You funny for that one. I bet wifey went upside your head after that. But I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna mind my business. But I appreciate the call, baby. Appreciate the call. Thanks for calling in and supporting the channel as always. But hey, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast, man. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red, and y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. We up out of here.
Cognac.